Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's another story time. And before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, please. Make sure you like this video. Stop what y'all doing and like this video. Y'all be wanting a girl to be posting back to back to back, but y'all don't even be liking the video. So make sure you like this video. Comment down below and also follow me on all my socials, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok, and Twitter at Lifewithsymone, and follow my business page at Brishari. And let's get straight into this story time. All right, so I think I know what I'm gonna title this video, but I'm not sure. But let's get straight into it. So this story time is an oldie but goodie. This is back when I was in high school, and this was in the summertime. It was the summer 2001. Okay, let me stop because last time I said that somebody was all like, "You was turned up in the summer 2001." No, I was in first grade. But anyway, this is back when I was in high school or whatever. So at this point, y'all, I'm just chilling on Facebook like I always would do when I'm at my grandma's house and I ain't got nothing to do. So I'm on Facebook, and at this time, this boy had did y'all know they used to do like smash or pass, and they'll put like both pictures side by side of one person and the other, and people would comment and they do smash or pass. So I used to like doing those because that's how you would get like new boos or new people to come follow you and stuff like that. You just get like a lot of new people or whatever. So this boy was doing smash or pass, and it was like for to, you know, play or whatever. So I had liked it, and he put my picture next to this one girl, right? So people commenting and stuff like that. I'm getting friend requests or whatever. This one boy, he had sent me a friend request, and I seen his thing said that he went to Locke High School. So I'm like, oh, I went there too. So I'm thinking like maybe I know him from there or he know me or whatever like that. But people that I went to school and stuff like that, I was always quick to like accept them first. So I ended up accepting him or whatever. Right when I accepted him, immediately this boy DMs me talking about do I know you from somewhere? So I'm looking and I'm just like, no, but I'm like, I see we went to the same high school or whatever. So he like, oh, you know what, I think I did used to see you around in the hallways and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, could be. Mind you, when he said around in the hallways, I'm thinking like, yeah, he don't know me, because when I went to Locke, literally they was like expanding, but like they split the school up in multiple different schools. So our school was literally a parking lot and some bungalows. So what hallways is you talking about? So I'm like, yeah, he don't know me. So anyway, I'm just like, okay, I left it at that, right? So I ain't saying nothing back to him, nothing. I just left it at that. So I'm on Facebook still. I was the type of person that's gonna post throughout the day. Like if I'm on there, I'm posting back to back on my post. I'm posting on my wall, whatever you call it, or I would be posting pictures and stuff like that. So I'm posting back to back or whatever, and I ended up posting like, who want to get on Uvu? So this one boy, like a few people had commented. This one boy, he was like, get on Uvu, like we about to have a group chat or whatever. That's one thing, like I told y'all before, I would get on Uvu and be like in the randomest type conversations with people. So a boy ended up DMing. Let's give him a name, actually. Let's just name him, I'm trying to look for something. I see this box say Echo. Let's just name him Echo. So Echo ended up DMing me, and he was just like, I want to get on video chat, like, you down? So I was like, oh no, I'm already about to be in a group chat with other people, like, you too late, should comment. I already kind of thought it was weird because it's like, you seen the post, why did you DM me? You could have literally commented on it. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, like, no. So anyway, he just was messaging me, and he was just like, I see your pictures, are you into like modeling and stuff like that? At that point, it was like a lot of people wanted to model and stuff like that. So when he asked me, I was like, no. I said, but I want to get into it, because that's one thing that me and Toxic would be like, oh, we should start modeling, we should join one of those little modeling groups, whatever. So he was just like, okay, well, I'm a photographer and I would love to take pictures of you. So I was like, okay, how much do you charge? Because you know nothing in this world is free. So he was like, no, don't worry about it, like I'll do your pictures for free. He was like, I got an album on my Facebook if you want to go check it out or whatever like that. So I went and looked, and I'm looking, he got pictures of like scenery, and then the pictures he did have of people was of this one girl. So I'm like, okay, he trying to get his portfolio up or whatever. So I told him, I'm like, okay, me and my homegirl, I told him, Toxic, I'm like, me and my homegirl, we want to do a shoot one day, like, you know, just let us know when, like, and where and stuff like that. So he was like, okay, like I really do like outdoor photography, but I want to get into like indoor studio looks. He started sending me like an inspo picture, and I was like, okay, this is cute. So he was like, yeah. So he was like, whenever you ready, we could shoot or whatever. He was like, just let me know a day, and then I could come to your house. When he said come to your house, that threw me all the way off. So after that, I just was like, okay, and that was it. Like, whatever. He kept sending me like inspo and stuff like that, and was asking like, what's your favorite colors, and do you have any styles you want to do, y'all got any outfits y'all thinking about? And at this point, I'm just leaving it all on red, because it just threw me off when he said the comment about coming to your house. Like, it just threw me all the way off or whatever. He already lied and said he seen me in hallways. So, you know, it just kind of was like, let me stop messaging this boy. So I go on about my day, go on Uvu, whatever. At this point, it's like the next couple of days, he still would just like message me, and I was like real dry with the responses. I wasn't really even replying to him because I just thought he was a weirdo, and yeah, I just didn't want to reply to him. So I'm at the house and I'm chilling with Toxic, right? So I ended up putting on Facebook like I was hungry and I needed some plots. I'm like, me and my homegirl, we need some plots. What's there to do today? So he ended up DMing me, y'all. Of course, mind you, even though he was DMing me and I wasn't like interested, I wasn't completely ignoring him. But like, let's say he sent me 10 messages a day, I'll respond to one with one word. Like, it literally was like that. So anyway, Echo ended up DMing me and he was just like, oh, well, we could go to eat if you want to, and we could talk about like photography and stuff like that, or I could get some some pictures of you or whatever like that if you want to. So I'm like, I look over to Toxic. I'm like, Toxic, you down? Like, you want to go take some pictures? So she was like, all right, so ask him where he want to go. So I was like, okay, I'm with my homegirl. So he was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I'm not tripping about it. He was like, so we could go take pictures. Like, where do y'all want to go? Like, y'all want to go to the Pike? It's like a lot of scene areas over there we could take photos at. So I was like, okay, that works. Like, we could go to the Pike. So he was like, okay, cool. Let's meet up around this time. So I'm like, all right, bet. We gonna meet up. This how it's gonna go. He asked me for my number, but I'm like, here's my aim. Because, yeah. What number? So anyway, so I was like, all right, cool, just hit me on AIM. I'm gonna be most likely checking this more than I would check my Facebook if I'm not by the computer or whatever. So he was like, all right, cool. So we already basically ready because we was already like pretty much had our whatever we was gonna wear for that day. So we was already good, right? So anyway, we basically ready. We waiting on him. So he ended up texting me and he was just like, okay, how y'all getting there? So I'm like, we gonna catch the train. So he was like, cool, meet me at the Avalon train station. I'll meet y'all there. So I was like, okay, whatever. So we hop on the train. I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, girl, at this point, remember, I can't remember what I named that boy, but remember when I told y'all when I had a catfish experience on MySpace with the boy I was dating? So before I even like left, I made sure to go look at this boy picture so I could make sure to know who I'm about to meet up with, even though it was not on no type of time and like we like each other or nothing like that. But still, I needed a face to whoever the fuck I'm meeting up with. So we on a train or whatever, and I'm aiming him. I'm like, okay, we about to be pulling up to the Avalon train station. What's up? So he was like, I'm not there yet. Can y'all get off the train and wait for me? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I was like, girl, he want us to wait for him. So she was like, okay, I'm not tripping. We was both on the same page because honestly, we could have just told him like, oh, you could just meet us at the Pike, but he was like, he wanted to wait, whatever, because he was saying like we could take some pictures on the train and stuff like that. So it was like, all right, cool. So we get off the train, we waited for him. We kind of annoyed because it's taking him a minute to get there. And y'all know, well, y'all don't know, but we never used to pay for a train ticket. So it's like, you kind of need to speed it up because if the police come up here and we get a ticket, like, I'm about to be pissed off at you because it's only so many times that I could say a fake name because I swear my brain be going crazy. Like every time I would give a fake name and address, I would always end up giving the dumbest name. Like I'll be like Whitney Houston, Sierra. I would say the stupidest fucking names, and then I will always end up giving Toxic address or somebody else address. Like I will always end up, I don't know. So I'm like, dang, hopefully he hurry up. So I'm aiming him like, hey, where you at? Like, are you driving here? Are we catching the train there? Like, what's going on? So he was like, oh, I'm about to be there shortly. Like, I'm about to be there in a minute. My train is pulling up. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he was like, his train pulling up. So she like, why he didn't just meet us, have us wait to come? I'm like, exactly. It would have made more sense. But anyway, a train came from the opposite direction, the direction that we have to go in. The train came from that direction. And I'm like, he not on that train because it wouldn't make sense because you got to take the blue line. You got to take is that the green line? I don't know. But y'all know what y'all don't know because y'all don't live in LA. But if you do, is that the green? I think it's the green line. The one that's like Harbor Freeway, like the one that's on Fig, Avalon, Vermont, whatever. We have to take that train station and then get off at the train station across the street from the projects, go downstairs and get on a whole nother train to go towards Long Beach. So it would have made sense to just meet at that train station to switch lines. But he said meet here, so it was like whatever. So anyway, the train coming from the opposite direction, we not even looking because I'm like, he's clearly coming from like Crenshaw area, Vermont, that way, because it does not make no sense that he would have us come this way, meet at this location, for him to be coming from the opposite direction where we could have just met in the middle. Like I said, so we not paying attention to the train. We sitting there, we just talking and stuff like that, and we on AIM. I'm like, yeah, we could take pictures and stuff. Like we literally just kind of excited about it because I'm thinking like we finna get our portfolio up. And this is gonna be good for like, you know, if we want to get into jerking clicks and we gonna update our Facebook photos. I'm just happy about that, right? So next thing you know, Next thing you know, somebody come up to me and they tap me on the shoulder, and I kind of get nervous because we always had the kind of worst experience with dudes at train stations. Like literally, I told y'all somebody threw a soda at Toxic before, so I was kind of nervous. So when he tapped me, I kind of like jump, but then I turn around and I'm looking at him. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him, because I didn't say anything, he didn't say anything. It kind of threw me off because even though I knew who I was meeting, it's like my mind went blank. So we staring at each other, and he was just like, can I get a hug? So I was like, oh yeah, sure, like, hey, how you doing? So I give him a hug. I was like, this is my friend Toxic. He's like, okay, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. So I'm like, where are you coming from? So he's like, oh, I live in Watts, so yeah, I had to come from that way. So I'm like, why didn't you have us meet you at the train station where we got to switch lines to go to Long Beach anyway? So he was like, oh, I just thought it would be just easier because, you know, it's like some good areas over here. Like I just like Avalon, like we could go downstairs and we go take pictures. It's like just a nice area over here. Now, if you're from LA, what the f look nice about Avalon off of Imperial? What the fuck look nice about that area? So I said, it's somewhere over here that looks nice. So he was like, yeah, just like, I just like the aesthetic about it. You know, like I just, well, he didn't say aesthetic. He's whatever word he said at that moment. But he was like, I just like the vibe or whatever he said. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So, but the train started coming to go towards the way we need to go. So I'm just like, okay, we finna get on this train. He's like, nah, not yet, not yet. He was like, but yeah, I do want to take some pictures of y'all or whatever. Hold on, like, let's go downstairs real quick. He being so weird. So I was like, all right, we're gonna follow you because clearly you know where you're going. He being so weird, he started walking like fast as fuck in front of us. I'm bumping Toxic like, hey, this kind of weird. She was like, right, it is. I was like, we don't have to go if you don't want to. So she was like, yeah, because I don't know, he kind of just being weird as hell, because like, where is he taking us? Where did he come from? Like, nothing was making no sense, and he was actually like moving real funny. Like, he was just seeming like real, like an oddball. So I'm thinking like, Echo, we would kick you down these motherfucking stairs. Stop playing with us. So we follow him behind him, and then next thing you know, he get downstairs and he like looking and stuff like that. He like, damn, we should have went down on that side of the street low key. So I'm like, where are we going? Because at this point it's kind of weird. I'm like, where are we going? Like, we could take pictures at the pipe, we could take pictures by the water, we ain't gotta like literally be over here. So he was just like, you know what, we don't have to. He was like, let's just go back upstairs and like just get on the train. Y'all, it pissed me off because we literally walked downstairs the train, we missed the train, so now we're gonna have to wait for another train to come. So I'm kind of irritated now, like, and it's showing, like my attitude is showing, like my poker face was not on game back then. So he was like, you okay, like everything good? I was like, yeah. I was like, but we could have been on the train going there. Like, I don't see where you want us to take pictures at right here. And I was like, and if you want to take pictures of us, we told you like we was okay with taking pictures over there or whatever. So he was like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna get the photos, don't worry about it, we're gonna get the photos. He was like, I could take a picture of y'all right now if you want me to. So I was just like, I don't know, like it's just kind of pointless, like what the fuck. So he was like, oh, okay, whatever, like let's just go back upstairs and wait for the train. So y'all, we go back upstairs, and me and her, we standing by each other, and we just kind of like whispering to each other. He started walking towards like the end of the train station. He taking pictures or whatever. Mind you, he told me he had a camera. He taking pictures on his phone. So I'm just looking like, okay. But he like getting pictures. He like, yeah, I just want to get a picture of the scenery, because he ended up coming back. So he was just like, y'all look mad. Like, what's going on? Like, why y'all look so mad? So Toxic was just like, oh, because we hungry. Like, we really wanted to get something to eat. And, you know, we just basically standing around. We could have low-key been halfway where we was going. So he was like, y'all want to, oh, you did say you was hungry on Facebook, huh? And I was like, yeah, you said we could go eat and then we could go take pictures. This was the whole point of this link up. So he was just like, oh, yeah, you did say that. So next thing you know, y'all, next thing you fucking know, the train is coming in both directions, right? This nigga, this ninja, this motherfucker. When the train, like, we could see it coming, they coming from both directions. So I'm like, okay, cool, the train coming. So he was all like, y'all came from that way, right? He's like, y'all came from that way, right? I said, yeah, we came from that way. He was like, all right, well, you know what? I'm gonna have to go. Something just came up. So here, and he slid me some money. And then he was like, I'm about to go. He was like, so if y'all still want to go to the pike, y'all could. But I gotta go to the crib. Like, something just came up. Like, I gotta go. Y'all, when I tell you, I was like, what? Like, literally, I couldn't help it. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I gotta go. Something came up. Like, my bad, I'll make it up to you, but here's something to get you something to eat. But like, my bad, something came up. This nigga didn't get on the phone. He didn't text nobody, nothing. Cause so you just, your spidey senses tingled or something, motherfucker. Somebody sent them a fucking message in the sky. The Batmobile revved up and you heard it. What the fuck is you talking about? I was so irritated. I'm like, something came up. He like, yeah, something came up. So I was like, that was weird of having us come here. And he was like, nah, like, my bad, I promise I'll make it up to you. I'll make it up to you. Y'all, when I tell you, I just started walking towards the train. He was like, can I get a hug? We kept walking. I walked and we got on that train. We sat down. I was irritated. So we watch him get on the train too. The train just go by or whatever. So now we going back to my grandma's house because it was like, what was the fucking reason? Wasting our time. So we end up getting off the train. We end up walking to McDonald's. We in McDonald's and I'm tweeting. I put on my aim or whatever. Like, it's weird as ninjas, weird as fuck. My day wasted. And I end up putting like, what's the plot? So, like, what's going on today? Like, what are we doing? So y'all, Britney, the girl that I named Britney, she ended up hitting me up. So she was just like, hey girl, like, what you doing? So I was like, nothing, girl. I'm so irritated. I was supposed to go take pictures with Toxic and go eat with this boy, but he did some weird shit. So now we just trying to figure out what we finna do. We literally just at McDonald's. So she like, which McDonald's y'all at? So I told her which McDonald's we was at. I'm like, oh, we at the one on Fig. So she was like, oh, okay, well, hop on the bus and come to Hawthorne. Like, or hop on a train, hop wherever, but come to Hawthorne. So I'm like, why, what's up? She was like, girl, I got the car for today. Like, my dad out of town and I'm about to use his car and I want to go pull up on this boy I've been talking to. So come, like, we finna have fun. Like, just come. So I'm like, if you got the car, if you got the car, what the fuck you can't come get us? So I was just like, okay, like, you can't come this way. She's like, girl, I no, just come this way. Like, come to me, like, come right now. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna take us a minute because you got us on public transportation. But I'm like, all right, we finna head to you now. So anyway, we ended up taking our food with us and we ended up going to get on the train to go towards her way. So she's still just aiming me. Where you at? Bitch, you knew that you have us on the train. I mean, how fast do you think we could get there? We've been literally wasting. And then it's like, imagine if we would have bought all these one-way tickets. Girl, it would have added up. So anyway, we ended up getting off the train right there. We ended up getting off the train or whatever. And she was just like, all right, well, hurry up. Just walk down the street. Like, hurry up. Because she like, where the bus at? I'm like, I don't know. The bus not here or whatever. And these people said they've been waiting for a long time. So it should be coming. She gonna say, just walk. Like, y'all just walk. What? My thing is, us waiting or walking is not gonna make a difference. Like, girl, no. So I'm telling her, like, no, like, we just waiting or whatever. I'll tell you, like, 20 minutes went by again. I don't know where that bus was at, what it was doing, but the bus ain't came. The bus did not come. So she's irritated. How are you irritated when you literally have a car? You could come get us. She's like, at least can y'all walk to 122nd and I can come get y'all. So I'm like, that's an odd ass number. Why can't you come get us from 121st? Or why can't you just get us from the damn train station? She was like, can y'all just walk to 122nd? I can come get y'all or whatever. So I'm like, is that where you at? She's like, no. So we start walking or whatever. Right once we start walking down the street and we got like past 2 blocks, while the bus drove by, when I tell y'all, I was so irritated. So she ended up aiming me. So we just still walking or whatever. She ended up aiming me because of course the bus got to the street, past the street before we did. So she was like, oh, okay, I see y'all at the bus. So y'all finna get off at the next stop. I could pull right there. I'm like, girl, we didn't get on the bus because you told us to start walking and the bus ended up coming when we left. So she was just like, oh my God, like y'all really starting to irritate me, LOL. Y'all gotta hurry up. Like I'm really trying to get to where I'm going. How are you rushing us, first of all, when you invited us? Second of all, this is last minute. Third of all, you got a car, you can come get us. What's gonna make a difference from you coming to 119th to 121st, 22nd, whatever the fuck? So I was just kind of annoyed. So we walk her or whatever, and we finally get to her. Brittany always used to have a lot of people with her, but I don't know why I was expecting it to just be her. So somebody is in the front seat with her, and it was this girl that she actually didn't even, they had a weird ass relationship. And now I low-key want to ask Brittany, like, whatever happened to that girl? But she really, damn, do she need a name? No, she really don't need no name. But there's a girl that was in the front seat, whatever. She was with her. So we walk up and I was just like, hey, like hi to her, whatever. She's like, what's up, y'all? Like, y'all was taking so long. We've been waiting on y'all forever. Like the niggas is getting irritated. Like we gotta go pull up over there. So I was like, well, Brittany could have came and got us. Like she over here, she been knew our situation. She knew we was way over there, over this side of town. Like she could have came and got us. So she like, girl, come on, like let's just go. So we get in the car, Brittany driving. I'm like, where we finna go to? Mind you, the niggas, if you know Hawthorne, you know it's just a big ass little city of apartments of different sides. Why this girl, mind you, she was in Hawthorne at old girl house. Why she literally, the dudes that they pulling up on live in Hawthorne? Y'all could have literally just went to their house and then came and like waited for us to get there since you was not gonna pick us up. or something. Like, why are you rushing me when y'all was literally up the street from them? You could have went a long time ago. So we ended up pulling up. We trying to find a place to park, because y'all know trying to find a place to park in Hawthorne is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. So we finally found somewhere to park, like literally up the street and around the corner. We literally could have just walked there from wherever the hell she was at first. So we ended up parking and we start walking down the street. So she like, girl, this boy I've been talking to for a cool minute. Like, don't be weird. Like, none of y'all be on no weird shit. And she looking at me and toxic. So I said, girl, you the one that be on some weird shit. Every time we go somewhere and somebody try to talk to one of us, you always be trying to be weird and try to talk about them and just be a weirdo. So we like, girl, you're the weird one. So her homegirl like, no, she know not to be weird around them. Like, we've been around them like more than once, and she know not to be weird, especially when I'm around. She ain't gonna do none of that. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, what's up with the pep talk? So we start walking and we finally get to the building. When I tell you we outside the building for a cool minute because the boy is acting weird, like he not trying to come open the gate. He telling us like, oh, somebody should be coming in and out. Nigga, if you don't come open the gate. So we just kind of irritated. We just literally standing there. And I'm like, dang, like he's not gonna come. Finally, some boy ended up coming down and he opened the gate and he was like, what's up with you? And he had gave me a hug. So I'm like, oh, hey, like, hi, or whatever. So they like, you know him? I'm like, no, because mind you, I'm thinking like he was one of their homeboys or something like that. And I'm like, no, I don't know him. I'm like, he ain't with y'all. They like, nah, like, we don't know him. He was like, I was looking at y'all outside the gate. Like, literally, I live like right here. I was looking at y'all outside the gate. Y'all was loud as fuck right here. He was like, so I just was trying to see what's up. Y'all clearly don't live here. Like, what's up? Like, you coming to see somebody you know? Like, who you trying to come see? So I was just like, oh, I'm with my friend. Like, I'm with them or whatever. So he like, who house y'all going to? So Brittany like, don't worry about it. We going to go see my nigga. Like, don't worry about it. We not here for you. We're not here for you. Like, we're there for them. So he like, shut the fuck up. Like, ain't nobody talking to you, but who you here to come see? So I'm like, I'm with them. Like, whoever they here to come see, I'm here to come see them too. So he was just like, okay, so y'all going where? So Brittany just kept saying, don't worry about it. So Brittany just like, come on, Symone, stop talking to him. Stop talking to him. Mind you, we're walking and talking at the same time. He walking with us. So anyway, we walk and we finally get to the door or whatever. Brittany tried to open up the door, literally just try to walk in these people's house. But the screen door was open, but the big door wasn't. So I don't know why. You just walking in their house. So she knocking on the door so hard. Her and the girl, they just both banging on the door hard as fuck. The boy ended up answering the door. He like, why the fuck you got my screen all open like that? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So she was like, oh, the door was open. You knew I was coming, so I didn't think it was a problem. Like, I just thought it was okay. He like, nah. He was like, and who is that? Talking about, oh boy, y'all bring a nigga with y'all? Like, who is that? So the boy like, bro, chill out. Like, I lay downstairs, like, chill out. Like, I opened the gate for them. Like, you didn't even come open the gate for your guests. Like, chill. I ain't even trying to talk to whoever you talking to. I'm trying to talk to her or whatever. So the boy was like, man, come on, like, get in the house. Basically, like, get up in the house. So I get up in the house. I'm the last one because clearly I'm right here talking to, oh boy, I'm the last one. So I'm closing the screen door. So the boy's like, you just gonna close the door in my face? Like, you ain't even gonna say nothing to me? Y'all, why? I'm literally just closing the door and locking it, but I'm dying laughing because it's like, boy, you're weird. So anyway, he was like, close the big one too. Like, close the big one too. Mind you, when they opened the door, all you could smell is smoke. They big hot boxing. So we go up in the house and Brittany went and sat on the floor. Oh, girl sat on the floor. It's one couch up in there and all the dudes is sitting on the couch and they not getting enough for none of us. So we go sit on the floor against the wall. So we sitting on the floor, they smoking and stuff. So here go Brittany, she just started like hitting it with them and oh girl hitting it with them, whatever, right? So we sitting down and he was like, yeah, did y'all bring any? Like, y'all bring tree? Like, you said y'all was gonna bring some. So Brittany was like, no, but we could go pick some up. So he was like, okay, like, you know, or my boy could go get some, because like, where y'all finna get some from? So Brittany like, oh, my uncle got some, like, I could get some from him or whatever. So he was like, okay, well, if it's your uncle shit, then y'all could pay for it. So Brittany like, no, like, what the fuck? Like, he's still gonna want his money. He ain't just finna give it out for free. He ain't even finna give it to me unless I say it's for somebody else. And he was like, well, I mean, that's your uncle. Like, tell him to just look out or something like that. Like, y'all gotta put in too, because y'all literally been over here, like, hitting it. Mind you, we just walked in the house, just sit against the wall. They only hit it, like, they only hit it once. I'm confused. So low-key, I'm irritated. And he like, oh, y'all got the car too. Like, y'all got the whip. So he's like, let us use the whip real quick. Like, he just trying to convince her to get treat from her uncle for free. Let them use, or her pay for it. Let them use the whip. He just trying to convince her of so much stuff. So at this point, I'm already kind of like annoyed because all the other boys that was there, everybody like kind of standoffish and stuff like that. Like, nobody is like really just vibing or just seeming real cool. Like, everybody weird. So me and Toxic just talking to each other. So we sitting there, like I said, they arguing about it. So, oh, girl that's with Brittany, she like, just let them use the car. Like, one of us could go with them. Like, I'll go with them. Like, it'll be cool. So she like, girl, no, that's my dad's car. Like, no, we're not doing that. If anything, I'ma drive us. We gonna go somewhere. So he like, man, just let us use the whip. Like, what you doing? Like, you doing too much. He really getting mad. He like, y'all coming up in my house and y'all smoking all my shit, but y'all can't even let us use the whip or go get nothing or replace our shit. Like, that's crazy as fuck, da da da. He really getting a whole attitude or whatever. And he was like, and then y'all came in here, y'all didn't even say hi. Mind you, we really didn't speak, but they didn't speak neither. So he's like, y'all came in the house, y'all didn't even say hi or nothing like that. Y'all just came and sat down. Like, y'all all being weird as fuck, and y'all not trying to let us use the car. Like, that's weird as fuck. So Britney just like, man, chill. Like, you know, like, we could go. Like, you want to go? Come on. Like, we could go get some. Like, we go get it. Let me hit my uncle up now. So she over here aiming her uncle, or at least that's what I think she was doing. She aiming her uncle or whatever. And she like, yeah, he told me that I could pull up, but he said y'all can't pull up. Like, but she like, but y'all can't come with me because my uncle's from such and such hood, and he don't play that. Like, he'll really try to like press y'all, or he gonna beat y'all ass. So they like, man, ain't nobody worried about your fucking uncle. Mind you, they're arguing. I'm confused at why you wanted to link with these people so bad. It seemed like the moment we walked into this house, it was begging and attitude. That's it. That's all. They begging you for stuff, and they giving you an attitude. Like, they acting like they irritated. Like, if we they little sisters and we came in and just bothered them and they friends. Like, they literally was just seeming so annoyed. So I was just so confused at like, why we even there? So I'm like, Britney, and she was like, what? So I went over there to her and I like kind of whispered in her ear. I'm like, you don't got nobody else you trying to pull up on, like, or link with? I'm like, cause they weird. So boy was like, what y'all whispering about? Like, y'all whispering about getting some more tree? Like, what's going on? Like, what's, like, he just got a whole attitude. So her homegirl was all like, yeah, like, what you was saying to her, like, you could say it out loud. So I was like, girl, I'm asking her something that ain't got nothing to do with nothing that's going on here or whatever like that. So she's like, girl, no, I'm just saying, like, you know, like, they don't like all of that. We in their house and we are kind of being rude. Like, none of us even spoke to them. So I still asked Britney, and Britney just laughing. She like, Symone, just chill out, like, chill, like, don't worry about it. But she laughing or whatever. One thing about Britney, she like getting into it with people, so she kind of like going back and forth with him too. So I ended up sitting back next to Toxic, and I'm like, girl, like, you know, it's kind of just annoying because it was like, at this point we could have just went back home. So I'm putting on aim. That's my favorite thing to do. I'm putting on aim, and I'm just like kind of talking shit in my away messages and stuff like that. So guess who ended up aiming me? Low motherfucking hold. Guess who aimed me? Freaking Echo ended up hitting me up, and he was just like, I don't know what was going on with you today, but you seem like you had an attitude. You really wasn't even in the mood to take pictures. So I'm even more irritated because not these dudes got an attitude, and not him trying to say I wasn't in the mood to take pictures. So I'm like, what is you talking about? I wasn't in the mood to take pictures. So he was like, from the jump, like, when I first met up with y'all, like, you wasn't in the mood to take pictures, and it just like, I gotta be in a mood, and like the people, my models gotta be in a certain mood, and you wasn't giving that. He was like, so that's why I had went back home. It just didn't make sense for us to shoot when you really not in a mood. He was like, and your friend didn't seem like she was in a mood. Like, y'all just kind of seemed like y'all had an attitude. So I was like, okay, well, don't worry about it. Like, we don't got to do no photo shoots with you. So I'm irritated, y'all. Like, I'm irritated as hell because it was really like the nerve, right? So anyway, so I'm aiming fast back to him because I'm just saying to him, like, you're weird, and like, you know, it's cool, don't worry about it. We never gonna do no photo shoot with you and all this other stuff like that. So he was just like, I'm irritated, right? So one of the boys, he was like, who are you talking to? Like, are you arguing with somebody? So I was like, no, I'm not arguing with nobody. Like, I'm literally just on aim, minding my business. Okay, Toxic was saying something to me, but I couldn't even really hear her because I'm just so irritated. So she ended up tapping me. She like, Symone, before she was gonna start talking, I'm like, girl, why the boy had ended up aiming me talking about this and saying that we was had an attitude, and that's why he left, and we seemed like we was in a mood and blah 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 blah. So she was like, oh, he's weird. She like, but girl, this boy that I've been talking to, he lived literally like on the next street. He lived on Doty. She was like, you trying to go up over there? I'm like, right now? She's like, yeah, he got his homeboy up there. I was like, let's go. Because y'all, literally, this link was the weirdest. I don't know what was up with Britney and her homegirl, but this was like the weirdest fucking link, and it did not make no sense. So I was like, all right, let's go. So we ended up getting up, and I go over to Britney, and I was like, Britney, we finna go. So she's like, where y'all finna go? I'm like, we just going around the corner real quick because like our friend live around the corner. We just finna go see what's up or whatever. So the boy was like, y'all finna leave? Like, y'all finna go around the corner? Y'all probably gonna go smoke they shit, and then y'all gonna think y'all coming back over here. If y'all leave, y'all can't come back. So I was like, okay, it's cool. Like, we ain't gonna come back then, like, we finna just go. So Brittany like, nah, like, if they come back, if they want to come back, they could. So she like, who y'all finna go be with? Y'all finna go be with some boys or whatever? So he's like, yeah, y'all most definitely not coming back up in here. Like, nah, y'all already was rude as fuck. Like, y'all know what, might as well y'all all could leave. Like, y'all all could go. So I'm like, nah, like, you know, it's cool. Just Brittany hit me when you hit me. Like, we ain't trying to fuck up y'all shit. So the girl was like, yeah, like that, we ain't gotta all leave just because they leaving like they good or whatever. So we started leaving out the house, and he was like, nah, y'all all could leave. Like, y'all all could get the fuck out of my house. we leaving out the door and we hearing him say this. So we start walking to the end of the stairway and we see old boy who had let us in the gate. So he was just like, what y'all finna do? Y'all finna leave? Like, where y'all finna go? Like, can I get your name or your aim, something? So I'm like, oh, my name's Symone. Like, yeah, we finna go, but we gonna be right back. Like, we just gonna go do something real quick. So he's like, nah, like, I don't believe that shit. I'm finna come with y'all. Y'all, why he walking with us out the gate? Well, he started walking down the stairs with us because he was literally at the top of the stairs just sitting there. So he started walking downstairs with us and he's like, yeah, like, them niggas be having all type of girls just in and out or whatever. And you literally close the door in my, he like, you close the door in my face for them. They be having girls in and out. So once we got to the bottom of the stairway, but how the stairs was, like, literally, if you look up, you can see the apartments right there. We get to the bottom, y'all. Tell me why we hear just yelling loud as fuck. Y'all could get the fuck out of my house. And they outside. So Brittany like, bitch, you got me fucked up. Da, 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 da. She cussing out the boy, but she laughing at the same time. Her homegirl was just like, see, that's it. No, I'm irritated. Like, no, we ain't finna leave. We not finna leave. Like, y'all all could go. Y'all all could go. Like, y'all ain't trying to let us use the whip. Da, 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 da. They getting into it bad. So we just standing there looking. I'm looking up and I'm like, I'm like, Brittany, come on, just leave. Like, come on, let's just leave. So she like, no, we not leaving. So y'all, why Brittany standing right there? She just laughing or whatever with the boy, but getting to with him. Like, she making him mad as fuck. Oh, girls over here trying to pull the boy back in the house and trying to close the door. Talking about some, Brittany, just go with your friends. Just go with your friends. So she like, no, I'm staying here too. Like, I'm about to stay here too. Which I was so confused because I'm just thinking like, I could have swore Brittany said this was her boo. So I'm really confused about this situation. So I'm like, Brittany, just leave. He don't want you there. Like, Brittany, come on. So she was like, man, fuck him. So she started walking downstairs. She came with us. So she like, where we finna go? Like, who house y'all going to next? And she was like, and why you keep talking to this boy, Symone? Like, get from by her. Like, get from by her. So he was like, I'm like, nah, he cool or whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm coming with y'all. So Toxic was like, nah, you can't come with us though. Like, we finna go to somebody else's house, like this boy I talked to house or whatever. So he was like, why I can't come? I could at least walk y'all. Like, y'all don't know this area for real. So Brittany like, I don't know this area. This is me. Like, Hawthorne is my area. I know this area. Like, I know where I'm doing. I know where I'm going. So he was like, I'm gonna still just walk with y'all, make sure like y'all good or whatever like that. So I was all like, okay, what's your aim? Because at this point, just take my aim and go because you doing too much. So I'm like, what's your aim? So he was just like, I'm still going to walk with you. I don't care what you talking about. Like, I want the aim and I'm still going to walk with you. So we walking down the street. I'm like, Brittany, what happened with that? Like, she was like, girl, he got mad because y'all was leaving. He said basically we was all being rude. I wouldn't let him use the car and I won't get no more tree. So the boy, like, he wanted more tree. Like, them niggas sit in the house and just smoke all day. Like, he want more. Like, he wants you to bring some more. So literally when he would say stuff like butt in the conversation, it would really be like we'll look at him and then keep talking. So I'm like, that's crazy. And I'm like, and that's the boy you talk to? And Brittany like, yeah, that's the one I talk to. I'm like, wait, which one you talk to? Toxic, like, which one do you talk to? She was like, the one that kicked us out the house. Like, the one that was mad as fuck. So I'm like, the one your homegirl was pulling to stay in the house and that she stayed with? Because mind y'all, the homegirl stayed. So she was like, yeah, that's my boo or whatever. She talked to his friend or whatever like that. So I'm like, that's weird. Like, you know, that's kind of weird. So oh boy, like, that is not her. She do not talk to his friend. She talked to your dude, like, for real. She talked to him. So Brittany like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, why is you even still following us? So he's just like, I'm just saying, like, you know, why she stay? Like, why your friend leave you? So we walk and we start hitting the corner or whatever like that. So Toxic was like, we just stopped. She just stopped mid in the middle. We about to hit the corner to get on that street. She just stopped. And I was like, why you stop walking? And she turned around to the boy and she was like, can you leave? Like, can you really leave right now? Because I don't want them to think it's nothing weird. And you walking with us, like, can you leave? So he like, I'm making sure y'all get to where y'all going. Like, I still want to be in a conversation. Like, I could go back home. I know how to get home. So she like, but no, for real, like, can you leave right now? Like, you just go. And I told the boy, I'm like, you got my aim. Like, literally, like, you could literally just go. Like, you gonna make it weird. So Brittany like, yeah, we already got into it with somebody else because of you. Like, can you just go? So he like, that wasn't because of me. Like, y'all didn't get into it with them because of me. Like, that had nothing to do with me. And I'm like, well, you low-key did play a part. Like, you know, like, now that's over here trying to tell him, but we really trying to just get this boy to leave and stop walking with us. So he not leaving. He not budging. We just standing there. So Toxic like, oh my God, can you just go? He like, walk to where y'all going. Like, I'm gonna make sure y'all get there safe and then I'm gonna go. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Just walk. Like, just walk. So Toxic like this, she irritated. Now she like aiming fast. I'm thinking like, who is she talking to? She aiming so fast or whatever. So next thing you know, we still just standing there for like a good 10 minutes. He just like, yeah, I'm not leaving. Like, I'm not going. So Brittany like, man, go. Like, you weird as fuck. Like, do niggas gotta come beat you up? He like, oh, niggas can't beat me up. Niggas can't beat me up. So he just doing the most. Like, I was irritated because I'm just like, oh my gosh, she never said this boy was cool because you get this nigga and she gonna walk a mile. So we just start walking again. Toxic just like, come on, let's go. We start walking again. So I'm like, you sure? She like, yeah, let's just go. Like, we not finna just be standing right here. So I'm like, all right, come on. Y'all, we start walking. Tell me why we hit the corner. It's like 4 dudes walking this way. Mind you, it's a lot of people out or whatever, but these dudes walking this way, and they just look like they mean trouble. So it was like, there he go right there. That's the boy I talked to or whatever. So I was like, oh, that's him right there. I'm like, why they outside? She was like, because I told him to come outside. So I was like, wait, what? Like, cause hold on, cause this boy is walking with us. Like, which house is it? Come on now, y'all gotta hurry up. Nobody told you to walk with us. Why they walk up to him and they start surrounding him? They like, hey, nigga, like, you been following them all day? Like, you a creep ass nigga. Da, 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 da. Why she literally aimed the boy she was talking to and said, like, some creepy, weird man is following us down the street. So he like, what? They was like, yeah, da, da, da. Like, they getting into it. And they like, let's pack this nigga out, whatever. Like, they finna fight him or whatever. So Toxic like, yeah, see, you keep following us and this what happens. So I'm like, nah, come on, let's just go. Like, leave him alone. Let's just go. So he like, what the fuck? Ain't nobody following these bitches. Da, 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 da. These bitches just got kicked out of somebody else's house, and now they coming to your house. They literally just got kicked out of somebody else's house, and they coming to yours, and ain't nobody following them. I'm going to the fucking store. I'm going to the store right here. Ain't nobody following these dumbass bitches. We was all type of dumbass bitches at this point. So I'm like, y'all just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Toxic like, no, pack him out. Pack him out. So they doing the most. They just doing the most. So he like, man, get the fuck behind me. Da, da, da. Like, they getting into it. And I'm just like irritated. I'm like, come on, we're at the house. Let's just go. So Brittany laughing. Brittany just laughing hard. And I was just kind of felt bad for him because, yeah, he is a weirdo. But I didn't want him to get jumped. Y'all, we walking. And this boy is not that far behind us still walking, talking shit. Yeah, because niggas wasn't finna do shit to me. Y'all wasn't finna do nothing. Y'all think I want to follow behind these dumbass bitches, these dusty ass, da, 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 da. Like, he's going in on us. He still just talks. So when the boys was like, bro, why you still talking shit? Like, we gave you a pass. Why you still talking? So he like, man, ain't nobody worried about y'all. Ain't nobody worried about y'all little niggas. I'm going to the store. Like, ain't nobody worried about you or them. So he started walking in the middle of the street. He's still just talking shit, like going in or whatever. So I'm just like, he is so weird. So now we end up going to the house where Toxic had us at with the boys, right? They a little bit more cool. We over there, we all just chilling and talking and just on the couch and stuff like that, laughing and stuff. Brittany love to make stuff a bad time. Everybody vibing and having a good time, and she just starts saying like weird shit. So you could tell it was like blowing them, but they wasn't really like letting it get to them or whatever. So we chilling and we was up in there for like a good 30 minutes. Brittany homegirl is like hitting her up on AIM, kept hitting her up, telling her to come when she coming back and all this other stuff. And like, she better not leave her. And when it's time to leave, you better not leave her, da 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 da, all this other stuff. So I'm telling Brittany like, girl, let her figure her way home. Like, she weird, because why would she stay with your dude anyway? Like, that's weird. So Brittany just kept saying like, girl, she don't talk to him. She's like, girl, she talked to his friend. Like, stop saying that. Like, why you keep saying that? At this point, I'm annoyed because it just seemed like this whole day was just full of animosity from everybody. Me and Brittany low-key going back and forth, and I'm like, how you getting mad at me because your homegirl stayed with your man and you got kicked out of the house, and your friend literally let you get kicked out and even come with you, but she telling you make sure you give her a ride home? What? Make it make sense. So she was just like, girl, like, don't worry about it. Like, why is you so concerned? She's like, we gonna have to go back up over there in a minute anyway, so y'all gonna have to wrap this up. She just kept pressing, like, whole time, like, we all just having a good time. Toxic chilling with her, but we all laughing and joking. Brittany over here like, we gotta go back. Like, we gotta go back up over there. We gotta go back up over there. So I'm like, why? Like, stop saying that. She just kept saying it. And then she realized, like, making everybody irritated, like, was gonna probably be the best way for us to get back over there. So she like, we gotta go back. I'm like, why we gotta go back? She was like, because my homegirl asked us if we could come and meet her. So I'm like, no, girl, she left you. Basically, she let you go by yourself so she could come in on her own, like, or meet us at the car when we finna leave. Like, she could. She come meet us up over here. So she's like, no, we can't just leave her. Like, let's go back. So I'm like, girl, oh my God. So she's like, y'all gonna make me walk by myself? That's messed up because I'm giving y'all a ride home. She literally just kept saying little stuff. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, girl, just wait. Toxic, like, give us like 10-15 minutes. Like, it's not that deep. Like, she could wait for us to be done. So I'm like, yeah, just tell her to chill. So the boy was like, yeah, like, basically the boy started telling Toxic, like, when can you come back by yourself or just with your friend, like me, basically, because he was like, she blowing and shit. Like, she was being irritating. When I'm telling y'all, Britney was being irritating. Like, she was being so irritating. Like, she literally kept trying to like roast them. I was gonna say shoot on them, but like, she kept trying to roast them or just say like little weird stuff. Like, she was just doing weird stuff because she really wants to get under their skin so we could go. So she was like, let's go, like, let's leave. She just kept being annoying. Like, man, I'm ready to go, come on. At one point, y'all, she got up and started opening and slamming the door. Like, literally, she just opening and closing and slamming it. So the boy was like, man, come on now, like, what's up with her? Like, she gotta get up out of here. Like, y'all cool, y'all could stay, but like, get her to where she going and just come back, because she irritating as fuck. Like, she's so, like, she really getting on my nerves right now. So I'm like, man, come on, Toxic, like, let's just walk with her and we could go. So we like, we gonna walk you halfway. So she was just like, all right, cool, whatever, just come with me, like, we gotta go back. So we start walking. Once we start walking, we like, we gonna walk you halfway. She started mentioning like, yeah, that's messed up, y'all walk me halfway when I'm giving y'all a ride home and I shouldn't even be driving my dad car over there. Just basically trying to guilt us to walking her all the way. So we like, girl, what's up with your homegirl? Like, why she couldn't at least even meet us halfway if she ready to go? What's the point of us going all the way back up over there? So Britney like, girl, I'm about to go over there because, oh boy, we getting into it. Like, we was really getting into it. And he said, yeah, come back over here so I could slap you. Like, I'm gonna slap you when I see you. So I was like, what? So she like, yeah, so he said that. So I'm like, so what you finna go do? Like, what is going on? So she was like, yeah, so I want him. I want to see him slap me. Like, I want to see if that's really what he gonna do. So I'm gonna go back up over there. So I was like, so your friend did not tell you to come up over here? So she was like, no. Well, she like, no, she didn't tell me to come back yet. Like, but she gonna want to leave anyway, because after I get into it with him, after what happened finna happen, because the girl, I would fight him, like, we finna fight. She was like, she gonna have to leave, like, we finna be able to go. She like, and it's cool, don't worry about it. We could go back over there with them, or somebody else's house I know we could go to. Like, we could just go have fun, like, don't even worry about it. So I'm like, you had us leave so that you could get into it with this boy in person? At this point, she just dying laughing. And Toxic like, let's just go back. Like, let's just go back. You good. Like, you can walk the rest of the way by yourself. So she was like, I can walk the rest of the way by myself and y'all can catch the bus home by yourself. So I'm like, come on, let's just go with her, because we thirsty for her ride home, especially because it's going to be late night at this point. So we walk with her and we get to the gate. Y'all, tell me why we standing at the gate again. She aiming her homegirl to come out to come open the gate, and she not aiming back. She not aiming back at all. So then she starts screaming through the gate, like screaming the girl name, like, come open the gate. Somebody open the gate. Y'all, tell me why. Tell me why, oh boy, that was following us, he come outside. And he was like, oh, I bet y'all need somebody to open the gate now, huh? I bet y'all need somebody to open the gate now. But y'all want to make it seem like a ninja was weird because he want to look out for y'all. But y'all need somebody to let y'all in this gate. So I'm like, can you let us in the gate, please? Like, my bad about earlier. Like, that wasn't even supposed to happen. He like, nah, fuck y'all. I ain't letting y'all in shit. I ain't letting y'all in no motherfucking gate. And y'all better be lucky that I ain't got nobody here to come fight y'all. So Britney like, man, you ain't worried about whoever you would have to come fight us. Like, we'll fight. So I'm like, can you just please open the gate? Because at this point, could we get whatever we finna have go on and leave? Only reason why I'm entertaining Britney bullshit is because she's all right. So Toxic just standing there. I'm like, Toxic, apologize to him. So she like, no, I'm not finna say nothing to him. He was like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I ain't opening the motherfucking gate for none of y'all hoes. None of y'all. He yelling. Why? Because it's so loud now. Britney yelling back at him, and I just kept saying, can you open a gate? Can you just open a gate? That's me over and over again saying, can you open a gate? So now, because it's loud, why Britney friend ended up aiming her back and was all like, y'all stop being so loud. She said stop being so loud. So I said she finna come open the gate. She still didn't come open the gate, y'all. We stand out there for like a good minute. Like, we was out there for a little while. Somebody ended up coming and they went through the gate or whatever. And he telling old boy like, don't leave the gate open for them. Nah, close it. They don't need to be up in here. They don't even live here. Y'all don't live here. Y'all don't live here. He doing the most. So he started walking up to the gate like he was finna try to close it. So Britney snatched it because he trying to pull it to close it too, and Britney snatched it. He was like, y'all don't live here. Y'all don't live here. Get up out my building. Get up out my building. Like, y'all don't live here. Y'all gotta get up out of here. And whoever y'all here with, y'all gotta go. Like, y'all can't be up in here. Nah, they can't be up in here. So somebody came outside and they like, what's going on? Like, what is all the noise about? Like, he like, no, these bitches don't live here. They can't be up in here. So why Britney homegirl ended up opening up the door? She was like, y'all causing a scene. Y'all being too loud. What is you even doing here? Like, what is y'all doing? So Britney like, tell him to come outside. Like, oh boy that she talked to, she like, tell him to come outside. He said he gonna slap me. So oh boy was like, man, bro, you gotta get them up out of here. He like, they don't live here and they can't be up in my gate. They can't be up in my, like, he's like, they don't live here and they can't be up in my gate. So I'm like, chill out. We ain't even finna be here long. He like, nah, you chill out. It wasn't chill out when them niggas was finna jump me. It wasn't chill out then. So I'm like, I did tell them to chill out. He's like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. So he getting in toxic face. He like, yeah, get the fuck about my gate, bitch. Get the fuck about my gate. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, Brittany, let's go. Brittany, let's go. She like, nah, I'm gonna go upstairs. So she started walking upstairs. Her homegirl started walking to the stair, like, to meet her. She like, girl, go. Y'all need to leave. Y'all causing a scene. Y'all doing too much up over here. I already told y'all don't come up over here being weird when we first got here. Like, y'all gotta go. So she like, nah. So I'm toxic, like, mind you, she walking up the stairs to deal with this. I'm down here because me and Toxic getting into it with this dude now because he getting a toxic face talking to her crazy. So I'm like, get up out her face. Like, you're not going to be all that, like, move from by her. So he like, nah, da-da-da-da-da. Like, he talking shit. The man that had came outside that's asking like, what's going on? He like, man, them are women. Get away from them. Them are girls. Da-da-da-da. He like, and y'all shouldn't even be talking to them. Like, you look too old to be talking to these girls. Like, how old are you? Like, how old are you anyway? So he like, man, nah, they don't even need to be here. He's like, they don't need to be here. Get the fuck out my gate. They need to get out my gate. He just kept saying, get out his gate. So I'm like, are you the apartment manager? Are you the apartment manager? He like, ain't nobody talking to you. Y'all just get the fuck out of my gate. He walked to the gate. He opened. He said, the gate is open. The gate is open. Y'all, I was just stressed. I'm like, Brittany, come on. So I'm like, Toxic, come on. So Toxic want to yell and get into him. I'm pulling her. Come on, because he's standing at the gate. The gate is open. The gate is open. So I'm like, come on, Toxic. So I'm pulling her. We start going upstairs. So when we get to the top of the stairs, because there's so much going on, I'm not even realizing that Brittany is still right here getting into her homegirl. I'm like, this is weird. Like, this is a weird day. So I'm like, come on. So Brittany like, nah, come on. So she was like, so Brittany friend like, can y'all take her? Can y'all leave? Because what y'all back here for? He said y'all couldn't be up in the house. So I'm like, Brittany want to come talk to her dude. So that's why we here. But I'm trying to go. Like, come on, Brittany, let's just leave. It's too much going on. Why the boy? We hear that gate because it's one of those metal gates. So you hear it close like hard, like if somebody let the gate go. So it closed, and next thing you know, he walking up the stairs. He like, y'all gotta get from over here. Y'all, at this point, I moved past Brittany and her homegirl, and I pulled Toxic because I don't know what old boy it's on. So I'm like, come on, we gotta either go down the other stairway or get up in this house because I don't know what he on. So her friend like, what is y'all doing? Because we walked past, so she walking behind us. It seemed like she was stumping like a damn elephant, how hard she was hitting the ground with her flip-flops. It was so loud. So we walking, the boy come outside, and he like, y'all, what is y'all doing up over here? Like, I told y'all gotta leave. Y'all can't be up over here. Like, y'all can't be in my house. Y'all gotta go. So the boy was like, yeah, no, get your company. They gotta go. They can't be up in here. Like, they can't be up in here. So he over here talks to the boy like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, da-da-da-da. Like, they kind of get into it. The boy getting into it. Everybody is getting into it. So Brittany walked up to him and she's like, oh, what you said you was going to do when you see me? So Brittany said, but she's smiling in his face. So the boy was like telling the girl, like, get from over here. Like, get your friend. The boy telling her, like, get your friend from around here. Like, y'all got to go. Like, y'all got to leave from here. So I'm getting scared, y'all. So me and Toxic, like, damn near, I'm like, Toxic, get in the house. So he was like, y'all not coming in my house. So I was like, it's too much going on, Brittany, let's leave. Let's just leave. So she's like, no. He said when he see me, he was going to slap me. He said he was going to slap me when he see me. So what you finna do? And I'll go. Slap me so I could leave. Go. Do it so I could leave. So I'm like, Brittany, let's go. So the girl was like, bitch, go. Like, y'all need to leave. And when we were ready to go, you said y'all was around the corner. Just come and get me when y'all finna leave. But go. Move from right here. Like, bitch, stop playing. This her friend saying this to her. Her friend. So I'm like, this shit is wild. I'm not caring about they issues, they drama. I'm caring about this dude because he getting closer. He was like, I could remove y'all. I could remove y'all out the gate. So the other guy, the older man that's downstairs, he like, man, leave them girls alone. Them some little ass girls. Y'all always over here talking to these girls. Leave them alone. He like, nah, they getting up out of the gate. Now it's people outside because it's so much just commotion. So it's people outside. It's embarrassing at this point. It's embarrassing as fuck. So I'm like, Brittany, let's go. This a scene. There's too much going on. So she like, no. He said he gonna slap me when you see me. Slap me when you see me. Slap me when you see me. So she like pushing him like this. He like, man, so her homegirl like, stop, Brittany. Brittany, you need to stop. Like, she got between them with her arm. I'm like, Brittany, come on, let's go. I'm like, just go. Come on, let's leave. Like, let's just leave. So her homegirl like, you better listen to your friend. You better listen to your friend because y'all better go. Like, move, Brittany. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, Brittany. Now her friend is getting mad. And I'm kind of confused because I'm looking like, ain't this still the dude that Britney said she talked to? Because why is you doing all this? So he like, get the fuck, like, he cussing Britney out. Britney still just trying to antagonize him, pushing him, just laughing in his face. So he cussing her out. Her homegirl like, Britney, stop playing with me. So her homegirl like this and start kind of squaring up with Britney. So Britney was like, what are you doing? Like, I think that's when she snapped into reality. When she seen her homegirl kind of squaring up her, she's like, what are you doing? So I'm like, Britney, let's go. Mind you, I don't care about her and her homegirl beef, but this grown man talking about he finna remove us out of his gate, it was really pissing me off. So he like, let me get past. Let me get past. I gotta remove y'all out this motherfucking gate. Y'all not staying here. Y'all not staying here. And I'm just like, ah. It was just like a screaming moment, and you just hear the dude like, y'all leave him alone. So the old boy, the older guy, he ended up walking up the stairs, and he like, come on, bro, no, back downstairs, leave him alone, leave him alone. So he pulling him, and he like, leave me alone, bro, don't touch me, don't touch me. They gotta go. They gotta go. I've been living here for how long? You finna defend them? So they get into it. I'm just like, it's too much going on. Tell me why Britney homegirl slapped the fuck out of her. Britney homegirl slapped the fuck out of Britney, and she slapped her. They start fighting. I know y'all probably thinking the same thing that I was thinking. What the fuck? So they start fighting. So at this point they fighting. We trying to break it up because y'all fighting upstairs, and this railing is not the safest. And no, like, at least y'all fight on ground level, not here. So we trying to break up the fight. So the boy was like, no, y'all gotta go. Y'all, the boy who house it was, he over here like, come on. He trying to pull Britney homegirl off of her, and we trying to pull Britney. They fighting or whatever. Britney could actually really fight though. So they fighting, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, I'm stressed out. And the boy was like, come on, like, get up. The boy trying to pull Britney. We thinking he helping us. I don't know why we thinking he trying to help break up the fight. This man pulling Britney, they off each other. He's still pulling her. Get up out my gate. Come on, get up. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. Get up out my gate. Nigga, it's a lot going on. Why are you still worried about this? Like, can you go chill? So the boy pulling him, he trying to pull Britney. So we pushing him, we trying to grab his arm. I'm digging my nails so deep into this man's arm. I'm like, let her go. Let her go now. So Toxic starts socking, but she just socking him in the arm. So he like, oh, y'all putting hands on me? So the dude was like, come on, like, you gotta go, like, go downstairs. Like, it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. So that somebody was like, what's going on? Like, what is y'all doing? It's just too much going on. Somebody screamed they gonna call the police. So Britney like, oh bitch, like, that's what you want to do? Like, that's what you want to do behind him? Da, 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 da. Like, they getting into it. So I'm like, Britney, let's go. Fuck her. Yeah, so she like, anybody could get it. So Toxic, like, so we like, come on Britney, let's just leave. So Britney mad. Like, Britney is like mad, trying to attack her. So we like, let's just leave. So we started going downstairs, and Britney screaming to her. She like, bitch, you up, come downstairs. Like, come downstairs so we could really fight. So the girl like, I'll come downstairs. She started walking downstairs, but old boy started holding her back like, nah, just leave. Like, Britney, get the fuck around from, like, Britney, leave from over here. So the boy was like, finally somebody's telling them, yeah, you need to, I said it, he said it, y'all gotta leave, y'all can't come in my gate. I was so irritated. When I tell y'all, I was annoyed. So at this point, we leaving, and we look like the laughing stock. Like, when I tell you, I was embarrassed, because it's like, this is embarrassing though. The whole park man is just looking, it just seems like all eyes was on us. Nobody knows what's going on for real. And it just was like weird. So we walking down the street. We walking down the street to leave, and Britney hot. I was like, nah, Britney, you got her good, and like, you know, y'all gonna end up fighting again, but like, we gotta leave from over here because there's too much going on. Like, the dude was just pulling on you. She like, he was breaking up the fight. I said no, he was trying to physically pull you up out the gate, like he said he was gonna do to all of us. So now we gotta go. So she like, he said he was gonna do that. She like, I could have my uncle come up over here, and he'll fuck some shit up. So I'm like, let's just let it go and just leave. Like, this shit not even worth it for real. We walking down the street, y'all. Why we towards the corner, we heard somebody scream, Britney, wait up. And we turn around. Why is her homegirl running down the street? It's her homegirl running down the street. So Britney turned around and started squaring up. And she was like, you was finna leave me? You was finna leave? She's like, I know you wasn't finna leave me. And Britney just started taking off on her. So now her and Britney is fighting on the sidewalk. Britney is going in, just whooping this girl ass. I was so confused, because this is where I was confused at. Why did you think that you was finna fight her over somebody that she claimed she talked to, but then you still wanted a ride home? What? I know the nerve of us to still want to ride home. No, I'm just kidding. Not even the nerve of us to still want to ride home. Because we went with you through your bullshit. Like, you know, but why would you still want to ride? You thought that, girl. So they fighting. At this point, we letting them fight because this girl done put us through a lot of stress today. I mean, not really, but sorta. Because, yeah. So we letting them fight until it was just like, it was like people outside, was a lot of people on that street, whatever. So somebody started breaking it up, and then that's when we fake break it up too, because it was just like, all right, come on, let's act like we care. So we start breaking it up. So the girl was like, bitch, what the fuck you fighting me for over a nigga? Like, you fighting me over a nigga? Da, 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 da. I'm confused. You hit her first. So Britney was like, man, fuck this shit, blah, blah, blah. Like, Britney mad as fuck. She was like, all y'all bitches is weird as fuck. And da, da, da. I'm like, Britney, who is you talking about? Like, who's weird? She's like, all y'all all weird. So Britney started walking. We still walking to the car. We following Britney. She walking fast as fuck, though. Toxic kind of just walking by her. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? I'm like, see, that's why I don't ever come out. I'm like, Britney, that's why I don't fuck with you like that. That's why I don't be around you like that, because it's always something. Like, it's always something. I said, and then when your friends do something weird to you, you want to blame everybody when nobody had nothing to do. I'm like, we could just stayed at them boy house. So Britney not hearing, she not saying nothing back. She just still walking, power walking to the car. So her homegirl is still walking to the car with us. Don't know why. She's walking slow as fuck behind us. So Britney power walking to the car. Mind you, I told y'all we parked like up the street and around the corner. Britney walking faster. We just walking slow. I'm like, man, nobody finna walk fast as fuck with her. Like, she really got her nerves. This is me just walking down the street talking shit. I'm like, everybody was so weird today. And I'm like, and we could have just stayed where we was at. Like, why would you go back over there? That was so weird. He kicked you out the house. Your friend didn't even come with you. Like, why would you go back? And Toxic just like, yeah, that was weird. Like, we could have just stayed where we was at. It was never that deep. Y'all, when we hit that corner and she was in like the middle of the street, mind you, her car was like in the middle of the street we was at. So when we hit the corner, she already had hit the corner. We hit the corner. By the time we hit the corner, she was at the car. Tell me why the car was started. So we walking up, still walking slowly. Why when we got to the car to pull the door, Britney drove off. This bitch Britney drove off. So I'm like, Britney, are you serious? We scream. I don't know why we started chasing after this car. We chasing after the car, and she just started picking up the speed. She kept going. So I'm like, what the fuck? At this point, we're irritated. I'm like, I know damn well she didn't leave us. I know damn well she didn't leave us. So Toxic was like, that's weird as fuck, blah, blah, blah. Like, she just mad. So I'm like, oh my God, like, she's weird. So Toxic just kept saying, like, let's just go back to old boy house and figure it out. So, and try to figure out if we can get a ride or something. I'm like, nah, I'm about to go to the bus stop. Like, I'm over it. Like, I'm over going to anybody's house. I'm about to go to the bus stop. Let's just go to the bus and catch the train home. Like, I'm over it. Like, I'm cool. So I'm irritated. I'm texting Britney. I'm like, you a weird ass bitch, da da da. Like, I'm so mad. Like, I'm mad. I don't know where her homegirl, remember I told you her homegirl didn't live that far. So maybe she wasn't walking to the car no more. Maybe she just went home when she realized, like, yeah, Britney finna leave all of us. Cause she for sure, she was like at the corner when Britney drove off, but then she just disappeared. So I was irritated. I'm like so annoyed. We went back to the bus stop. When I tell you, the irritation, I was annoyed. Once we got home, I'm on Facebook talking shit. I'm tagging Britney. I said, I would never hang out with this bitch again. She's so weird. You literally got into a fight because your homegirl was a weirdo and you gonna drive off and leave us and all this. I'm just hot. I'm hot. I'm like, you just drove off and left us because your homegirl did something weird to you. All this other stuff like that. So mind y'all, I always have my mom on Facebook and I had Britney mom on Facebook. So Britney mom comment was like, drive off. Her mom and dad wasn't together. So she was like, drive off with a question mark. Girl, when I said, I was like, ooh, even though Britney did some weird shit, I wasn't trying to get her in trouble because Britney's house was like my alibi a lot of times. And yeah, I ain't trying to like get her in trouble for real now, but girl, you pissed me off. I was so irritated. And I was just like, today was like a horrible day. And I'm just posting. I was like, who want to get on the phone and talk about how annoying my day was? Toxic is at my house still at this point too, right? So, oh boy, remember when I told y'all he had said what he said, when Echo had said what he said, and I had wrote him back a paragraph, like basically like, you're a weirdo. And I had blocked him on AIM. So mind you, I blocked him on AIM. I'm not on AIM. I'm not on Facebook from my phone. So I'm on Facebook on a computer. Y'all tell me why this nigga gonna hit me up on Facebook talking about some, oh, I'm so sorry that you had a bad day today. That could have been why you was acting like that. And I just jumped to conclusions. My bad. Like, I want to apologize. What is you talking about? You know damn well this shit took place after I even seen you. So I was just like, I kept leaving him on scene. Like, I kept leaving him on red or whatever. I just kept leaving him on scene. I didn't say anything back because he was weird. I don't know why I didn't unfriend him on Facebook. It kind of just like slipped my mind. But he just kept messaging me. Like, every time I would post something, like, here he go back again, talking to himself in my DMs. He just was talking to himself in my DM because at this point, it was like, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You're a weirdo. And when the money he gave me to get something to eat was $10 anyway, I mean, that was enough back then to give me a toxic sum from McDonald's. But still, it just was like irritating as hell because it was like, boy, you the reason why my day went like this. First of all, we're gonna blame him, Echo, yeah, because he literally just caused so much chaos by wasting my motherfucking time. I would have never linked with Britney. If we was at the house chilling, me and Toxic would have probably went and got something to eat and figured something else out. Like, we would have never went with Britney at all. We probably would have went to the mall, something. We would have figured something out. Like something. So I felt like he was the blame of my day. Only reason why I gave this boy Echo a name because I most definitely have more story times about him. But yeah, that was it. It was just irritating as hell because who did you see Britney with the next weekend? Her friend that she fought. They was weird as hell. Like, Britney and her friendships is weird, even still to this day. I be just like, girl, you just a strange. I don't see how she even have friends. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie. Them friendships is was wild to me. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this story time, y'all. I was so irritated. My day was ruined and my time was wasted. But that's it for this story time. I love you guys and I see y'all on my next one. No, before y'all go, let me know, have y'all had an experience where you went and hung out with somebody and the day just went totally left? And you just was wondering, why the f did I come? And then be them days where you know better. It wasn't something that told us not to come, but like when she was telling us to catch the bus, it was us kind of like hesitant, like, you really feel like doing that? And we literally should have just not went. But y'all had a day like that where y'all time was just wasted and y'all was just irritated? Let me know down below. But that's it for this story time. I see y'all in my next one and I love you guys so much. Peace out.